Hi, everybody. Welcome to this episode of Alien Strand Podcast. I'm your host, Don Ledesma, and welcome to today, man. I know it's a little early, and I just decided to get this message out to you guys today, right? You guys are probably at work or just doing your thing, and it's okay. It's okay. I'm just throwing it a live one. It's going to be real short today. I just want to kind of tell you guys of what's coming up on Alien Strand Podcast on Patreon tonight, okay? So we're going to have an episode, pretty important one, man. It's going to be on Patreon. So if you go to our Patreon site, we have a free one there and a paid subscription one as well. I'm sorry. So go check that out. If you can, go join, and it's free. There's a free one there too. So I got a lot of free content on there as well. I believe the podcast is going to be on tonight. It's going to be for paid subscribers only, okay? So, but it's okay. If you guys want to join, I really appreciate that. And it helps, everything helps get the thing across, Of course, we got merch, and then just don't forget tonight, it's going to be the War Underground, okay? This is going to be a real cool story tonight. That I'm going to tell you guys about. It's going to be about, the things that's been happening all these years, man, about, extraterrestrials and the reptilians and different kind of species that have been doing kind of having war with each other. With Miss Linda Howe, she I'm going to throw a couple of her videos on there tonight, and she's going to, you're going to be able to hear from her and another couple of videos too that are going to coincide together to where, a lot of this stuff is taking place underground. All right. So this is exactly what it's going to be about. It's going to be a very intriguing, and very cool episode tonight. So I hope you guys catch it on our Patreon tonight. Please go check it out. Now, if you want to report a UFO, go to our ASDPUFO-.com. Go to our website there. You can speak to a representative there or alienstrand.com. Look at the ticker below while it's ticking away, man. Go check that out. We have a lot of representatives there that are there to take your report as you guys bring it to us. Today on a normal basis. It could be Bigfoot, Sasquatch, paranormal, anything that we're going to be able to put out tonight or whenever. If you guys see something, report it, man. I always say this. Report everything that you guys have or everything that you see, because it might just kind of be the same story with somebody else, right? And that's where we pull out of this stuff together. Now the middle's still going out there, the tetralogy. We got part 1, part 2. Of course, you saw the commercial on Skylight. You could see the part 2 there of C3. We're getting some subscribers going to that channel, and they're actually watching our films there. So, all right, and there's a couple of free documentaries there as well that you can check out on our Skylight channel. So go check those out, all right, if you can. We really appreciate that as well, But like I said, I wanted to talk to you guys about what was going to go down tonight on Patreon, man. You got to download. It's free. It's like an app, man. Like your iHeartRadio, your Spotify, all that good stuff. Download Patreon, and then you'll be able to check out this episode tonight, man. And it's going to be an awesome episode. I can't stress how much information is going to be in this one. It might go a little over an hour. Most of my podcasts are about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour, depends. And, we also got an upcoming guest is going to be coming up, I believe this Friday. All right. So he's an author of a book, and, we're going to get him on the show Friday about 7 p.m. Central. It's fiction though, but it's okay. We're going to pick his brain, talk to him about everything that's happening, what made him write the book about the UFOs and stuff like that. Authors are great people, man. And they usually, a lot of times, they have a lot of experiences themselves. And this is where a lot of this ideas and information comes from when they're writing books. It doesn't have to necessarily be sci-fi, but it could be fiction or nonfiction. But it's just one of those things. Please catch that podcast. Is going to be coming up pretty soon. But I can't stress enough that this podcast tonight on Alien Strand is called The War Underground on Patreon only. It's only going to be there, man. I'm sorry, guys, but that's where it's going to be. So go check that out tonight. I'll let you know when it's out. And then you guys go to the Patreon site, go to Alien Strand. I'll throw some links there to this podcast as well to the Patreon site. So you guys can go check it out. You can sign up for free. There's a free, when you click on it, it'll say free, sign up free, or you can have a paid subscription, whichever one you want, man. And everything's appreciated. Like I said, even the free, man, we appreciate you guys in the free part too. Don't worry about it. We're good with that too, because we want to give the information to you guys as much as possible. Now, man, I know you guys saw one of my videos of last week. I had a podcast, really cool one about Brazil, right? 96. Brazil, 1996, right? My brain's a little short right now. But, and, you know, I threw a lot of videos before the podcast started about these orb that was floating around. I don't know if you guys saw that. It was like a freaking orb that was just, you know, the guy's named Juanito Juan, right? And he's had this orb just kind of like floating around, right? And it's in his living room. Now, mind you, the backstory of that everything has been coming to him. Like when I first started following this guy, this orb kind of showed up. It looked like a silver disc floating to his front gate of his property, right? And it was just floating there at first. And then after a while, like a week later, that orb was close to his front door, right? And then after that, he caught a couple of videos right there in front of his door. And then it was a silver orb that it was floating, and it had like a little blue light in the middle. It was just floating, right? And then, lo and behold, this thing is floating in his living room like a different kind of orb, though, right? And he caught it, and I posted it on our podcast last week, right? Of the 1996 Brazil, right? And now, the only reason I'm bringing this up again is because I saw a video today, one of our good friends on Alien Strand Disclosure Project, and I believe her name is Laura Smith, and she posted a video that looked similar to that, right? But hers is outside from a distance, and she had posted that she had this video, but she had to find a phone with an SD card in order to get the video out of there, right? Because some people were claiming that, that she's nuts, right? Like we always say, tinfoil hats. Once you start showing, people don't believe you until you see the videos, right? So let me show you the video first of Juanito Juan. I'm going to do it real short. I'm not going to do it real long. And then I'll throw her video out as well, right? So that way you guys can see, how similar these things are, right? So this is the one of Juanito Juan, right? I don't know if you guys are watching tonight or today, this afternoon, I'm sorry. And you can see this orb kind of just floating in the, just in his living room, right? And you could tell that the camera's moving left and right while he's focused on this orb that's, it's luminous, right? And it's in his living room. You can see it. He's kind of panning the camera left and right, trying to figure out exactly what this thing is, right? And this is what, people were kind of freaking out on, right? And he's even got he took a photo image of this orb, and then right below it was a blue head of an extraterrestrial. It looks just like an extraterrestrial, right? And that's what he had caught on that video, right? Now, the other video that's similar to it, I want to show this to you as well real quick, and that way you guys can kind of see exactly the similarities of what these orbs are, or these orb beings, or who they are, what they are. We don't know what it is, but these things are actually starting to get closer and closer to humans, right? So let's check this out. So here's her video right there. Now look at that. This is at nighttime. You could tell it's like above an area of maybe a hill or some sort, and she's got the camera zoomed in, and you could see it bringing a light, and it's even throwing some kind of light below it as well. But these are the things that we usually see way up in the sky, and she actually catches this in a closer range with her cell phone, I believe, right? Her name is Lyra Smith, right? And she posted that yesterday. We have a group called Extraterrestrial and Strange Happenings Group, right? So if you guys want to, you can go and join that, follow that group as well. And she posted that yesterday. I know because I approved it, right? I saw this and I'm like, oh my God, that looks just like the other guys, right? So I was able to throw it up on today's podcast, a short podcast, because I want you guys to see exactly what this person was seeing. Now, she lost track of it for just a second, and you hear her talking. It's kind of a little muffled, but you're able to see that she's still trying to get in focus. And then all of a sudden, she pans to the left of the camera, right? You'll see it here in just a second. She's going to pan a little bit to the left, and then you're going to see a different kind of, not an orb, but some sort of craft that's floating there as well, right? And there it goes. So it's starting to move over. And She's going to start zooming in just a little bit so you kind of get a sense of what she's seeing, right? There it is right there. It's flickering. Kind of hard to tell what it is, but you can tell it's something different. It's not man-made. Definitely not man-made, right? And there she goes. She's going to pan a little bit more. I guess she caught several items or several craft out there because that first orb grabbed her attention, and then it kind of veered off. There's the one up close. Look at that. Look at that. Wow. That is insane. You know, if you're watching today, go to our Facebook page live. We are live on Instagram as well. Go check this out. You know, what this person, you know, what she was recording out there. Hey, she's not crazy. I know that for a fact because we're watching it right now, right? So, and that's some incredible footage of what she has out there, right? And thank you, Lyra Smith, for that, or Lyra. We really appreciate you, you know, giving that information to Alien Strand Disclosure Project and also to Extraterrestrial and Strange Happenings group. You go check out that group as well. You know, a lot of information there that we do put out daily, right, of what the things that are happening out there in our paranormal world and even in the extraterrestrial world or even Bigfoot or anything like that. So, you know, thank you guys for just kind of sticking with Alien Strand Disclosure Project and Alien Strand as well. The podcast here, we're growing and growing and growing. You know, we're getting out there to you guys. Thank you so much. I appreciate each and all of you for even listening to the audio. We're live on audio right now. If you're on Spreaker, download the app called Spreaker, Spreaker, right? Spreaker, almost like speaker, but Spreaker. Put an R in there. Download that app, and you'll see me as we come up live. Now, I just got some information on that app. So if you do have that app, what they're going to do is we're only going to be able to go live till the end of December of this year, okay? And after that, I think they're going to do away with the live part of it. I mean, you're still going to have the recordings, you know, and stuff that we're going to upload and be able to put up on that website on your audio podcast. But, you know, as far as the live is, we're not going to be able to go live anymore like a radio station like we are doing right now. We're totally live right now. And, you know, like I said, we appreciate everybody for just sticking around and watching. Don't forget, tonight's podcast, War Underground, on Patreon only. It's called War Underground. I'll put a link to that podcast on this podcast for today, right? And there's one that's going to be called All My Links. So click on that, and you're going to be able to follow me and follow Alien Strand and Ledge Productions and even the Skylight channels on there. My email, everything's on there to contact me if you need to, you know, want to talk about an experience that you've had, you want to be on the show. You give me a call, you send me an email, or however you want to do it. It's going to be called All My Links. It's on. Just click on that one link. It's going to have all my links on there. All right. So I appreciate you guys for watching tonight, this afternoon. I'm sorry. And, you know, I just kind of giving you guys a heads up of what's going on tonight on Patreon, all right? And that's not going to be live. It's going to be pre-recorded. So once it's up, it's up. You'll see it pop up on your feed if you are a member of Patreon or even a subscriber. You know, so go check that out. And I really appreciate you guys for listening to me and watching these couple of videos, man, because they're important. All these videos are important. And, you know, oh, hey, you see this shirt right here? Dwayne Belcher, man, go hit him up. Dwayne Belcher. He's got some amazing shirts, and it's got this emblem in the very back as well. And oh my God, I just love these shirts. They're so comfortable. So go hit him up, and you know, he's got some amazing stuff there. I'll put a link to his page as well. Hit him up, all right? But until then, you guys have yourselves a good day. Have yourselves a good evening. Have yourselves a good night. And we'll see you tonight. Alien Strand Podcast. See you later.